Fluxx. That's what we're doing today on Avocado Adventures.
Avocado Games.
Hello. This is an example of what the Fluxx box used to look like. This is Fluxx. I believe it's made by Looney Labs. Is it? Should be Looney. I don't know. Blast hell. Anyway, it's yes,
Hey,
Looney Labs.
LooneyLabs.com.
Very good. Now, see? Of course, Fluxx means change, and that's what happens in this game. Basically, most games, you got rules, you have goals, and you have actions. Well, that's what Fluxx is all about. You have rules, which change. There's a rule card. The yellow ones are rules. Oh, and I forgot we have keepers. You have keepers. You keep keepers. It's that simple to teach. Then you have goals. So in this particular case, in this goal, it's called Rocket to the Moon. If you have a rocket and you have the moon, you win. That's the goal. That's simple. And then the rules can change. You know, they could be overrun. And you have actions. The blue ones are actions. And actions are unique cards that do something special. And that's the game. That's really what it comes down to. You play some cards. If you happen to have keepers that match the goal, you win at that moment. So if Chris is playing and he does something, puts down a goal, and it happens to match what I've got, I get it. So that's Fluxx, and there's very different expressions of this game. But now what's cool about this game is you don't really, it's a gateway game, so you really don't have to do much work to teach somebody how to play. But you do need to have the white Fluxx. Oh, look at this. Speaking of Fluxx, boom, the chai is ready. That's beautiful. Let's see. So what you do is you get the white Fluxx card, and that has the beginning rules. In a sense, this is all you really need to have out to teach somebody how to play. It just says draw one card, play one card. And throughout the game, what's going to happen is sometimes the rules are going to change, and or be modified, such as this is a play 4. So this says draw 1, play 4. No, not anymore. Now it's play 4. Draw 1, play 4. If you don't have 4, of course, then you play what you can. And they have various different types of rules, and the goals can continue to change, etc. And there's stealing of keepers, and there's changing goals, and there's different actions. And that's basically all a person needs to know in order to start playing the game. It's that simple. So, death. That should always be in there. But anyway, that's about it. So, we're going to get our chai together, and maybe, if you're nice, we'll talk to you again. So we just finished playing Fluxx. It turned out to be a very quick game. Because of this particular goal, which says peace, no war, which means that if war is not on the table, like you have milk, you have death, you have dreams, and you have peace, those are all keepers. That's what it's talking about. So if there's no war on the table, and there is a war card out here, that's a keeper, and peace is, the person with peace wins. Well, I happen to have peace. Now the interesting thing is, Chris had an opportunity to take this, but he chose to take something else because he was working on something else himself. So there's that. So that's essentially how it goes. Now, I had this play 3 card. I didn't play it because the cards in my hand just didn't turn me on. If I had the right set of cards in my hand, I would have played the play 3, because that would have given him play 3, and I didn't know what he had. So there is some slight thinking in this game. Sometimes it gets really, really intense. But most of the time, I just play this game lightly. I don't get all analysis paralysis on it. But I've seen some people get serious about this game, so it's a lot of fun. As you can see, it doesn't add any weight to your pack. There's various versions of it, like Monty Python Fluxx and Star Fluxx, and one of my favorites, which is Martian Fluxx, because it's great stuff. You'll see it next time when I come out with it. I just love it. So Fluxx. We're now, what you may not be aware of is that we made our chai today using a Fluxx capacitor stove invented by Professor Van Orman. And it worked very nicely. Maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll show you how to set up the atomic grid and where to place the plutonium to make that stove really crank, because it can get pretty warm. Yeah. So there you go. Chris, you got anything to say?
No, I think I covered it.
Okay, so Michael Selvaggio and Christopher Grabowski here on the McDade Trail in beautiful Pennsylvania, saying, play as much as you can on the trail. Play on the trail, because the trail is fun. Oh God, you gotta love that chai, especially when cooked by that Fluxx stove.
Avocado games.
My favorite game? Right now, it's I'm torn. It's the same designer. It's Pandemic and Forbidden Desert. Great games, cooperative games that don't feel toothless. You know, really great games. I think I might prefer. See, the nice thing about Forbidden Desert is you can bring somebody in on it. It's a very pretty game. You know, it's got nice pieces. It comes in a metal box. Pandemic, slightly more serious, but you can get a person that doesn't really know how to play very well because it's a cooperative game. You give them advice. Just don't bully them. And it's a group win. And yeah, it's nice to have competition games. But I have to admit, the group win feels so good because everybody is going hooray. You know, I just like that. I never thought I would, but I do. Yeah.